Our next guest met with Donald Trump yesterday during a Republican Leadership Initiative roundtable. Joining me now, Pastor Mark Burns, founder of the Harvest Praise and Worship Center, CEO of the Now television network, and a big Trump supporter. Pastor, I was watching the convention in Cleveland, and all of a sudden, here's this guy making all this noise, and you were pounding the podium, and then you made an impression. You got everybody's attention in a big arena, so that was looked like you were having a lot of fun.
It was.
So this business about the fact that Trump is a racist and the race cards being played, you kind of expect that kind of comes out in political campaigns, where, but what's your reaction to the fact that it's being played?
Well, Tom, I mean, this is, Democrats do this every two to 4 years. Every 2 to 4 years, a politician from the Democratic Party gets up and they, and so to speak, try to rally in the support, rally in the troops, the black vote in America. And so in order to do that, they remind black people how the Republican Party are racist and how they will not ever get ahead if they supported the Republican Party. When, to me, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me 40 times.
But fool me 40 years, 50 years, there's got to be a problem, and a change has got to take place.
Well, this is the question I have, is that most black Americans are middle-class people, just like most white Americans.
Sure. And
they go to work, they have jobs, they raise their kids, but 25% are living at or below the poverty line. Mm-hmm. That percentage, at some point, did they say, wait a minute, maybe we should try something different?
Well, obviously this is the case that Mr. Trump is making. I mean, right now, I think Mr. Trump is going to be the first ever real Republican candidate that's going to really go after the African-American vote, unlike any other Republican candidate that has ever ran for office.
But he's had criticism. You've heard it.
Sure.
Well, he's out there in the suburbs of Milwaukee, nice white suburb, talking to white people about reaching out to black people.
Sure.
Kellyanne Conway says he's going to go to inner urban areas. Are you helping?
Absolutely. We're right in the middle of it. I've been blessed to be a conduit and a facilitator of what's coming up. I mean, this is just the beginning of what you already see, what you saw yesterday with the African-American leaders coming together and Latino leaders, Muslim leaders of the RLI coming together to talk with Donald Trump and be a sounding board to him moving forward. Policies like mass incarceration, like police violence, and like education and jobs. This is what is at the heart of Donald Trump for all Americans. Now, when you talk about Donald Trump speaking in white areas, so to speak, this is the kind of a rhetoric that's got to change, or we're going to consistently continue to have a racially divided country.
But I've got a very good friend of mine, an African-American guy, who said to me, I said, Tim, why do you keep voting Democrat? And he says, because they show up. So what this is saying is, no, Donald Trump, you say, is going to show up.
Absolutely. This is going to be in precedent. I mean, America is going to be blown away about the plans that we have for Donald Trump, and he is wanting to go. He is eager to go, not so that he can prove to the world, or like some critics say, prove to white women that he is not a racist and he's a safe vote. No, he truly cares for all Americans, and that includes the African-American community that's a part of this great country.
But you got hassled yesterday over on Fifth Avenue outside the Trump building. You were just going to go in and have your meeting with Trump and others, and you got basically assaulted on the sidewalk out there. What did you say to what was the complaint, and what did you say?
Well, the whole idea of it, again, I was interviewing on another network, and he was obviously wanting to talk to me about, do I support this racist? And I actually grabbed him by the back and to walk with him, to say, listen, walk with me. I'm concerned about what you have to say. But then, obviously, he began to say, Donald Trump is a racist. Do I support a racist? Do I support a racist? And at that point, just because, some people think the louder they get, that makes them more right or more accurate. No, he was just being insulting. And at that point, him beginning the conversation based off of a lie made the conversation null and void, and there was no reason to continue.
But Pastor, it also keeps people from talking about Hillary's emails.
we're not going to let that go. I mean, obviously, this is, this is why she released the ad yesterday. It's a tactic of a desperate campaign and a desperate candidate who realize that there's a shift in the wind and that her base, the African American community, is now starting to raise up and say, hey, hold on. We've been voting Democrats for 50 years. We have very little to show for. Now Donald Trump, howbeit we may not agree with everything he says, and we may not even agree how he says it, but he is saying the truth, and we can't ignore African Americans have been at the bottom of the totem pole.
I've never found a candidate I agree with 100% ever. I'm
sure.
looking for that person. Pastor Mark Burns, great to meet you.
Tom,
Thank
so
you
happy
so
to be
much.
here.
Thank you.